Joey, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. You've got a tough job today because I've just got used to the T100s.
Okay.
Well, my whole iron sets, and now obviously we've got the new models out.
Yeah.
These have been great. I'm looking forward to seeing if we can improve on them.
As we've said, the hardest iron for us to beat so far has been our last generation of them. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be fun. Let's hit yours and see what it's still doing.
Okay. I like how he said still doing, as if I'm still going to be in the same place. Hopefully I'm not too far off.
You never know. Things change. Is that still pretty comparable to the window that it's been coming out of?
Yeah, still, I think I was around about the 110 feet last time.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was 105 there on maybe a little thin.
Yep.
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 We have a pretty good baseline on where things are.
Yeah.
Average carry 177. Your average spin is about 8,000. Now, given your speed and still reaching a pretty consistent carry number, I know at face value that's going to seem like a pretty high spin rate, but if it's a consistent thing that happens and allows you to get that peak height that you've been able to trust,
Yeah.
I don't look at that high spin as in an alarming way. Okay, so let's do a good apples and apples comparison. We're going to dive into the new 4th generation of this iron.
Okay.
There's a lot that's changed,
Excited.
but also at the same time, not a lot that's changed,
Yeah.
right? We're not in the business of reinventing the wheel if we don't have to.
Okay.
One of the things that I will tell you up front is the standard loft is 33 degrees instead of 34. Let's hit it with standard loft first to then help us tell the story. Do we need to weaken it?
Yeah. Same shaft.
Same shaft.
Yep.
I'm going to keep you in the same shaft that you're in. This is a 1/2 inch over.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's lovely there.
Yeah, that's nice.
So even with a degree stronger loft, it still got up.
Yeah.
So that's a lower center of gravity that we've been able to incorporate into this new iron. We keep pushing the envelope with how much weight we can push out to the toe and the heel, and that helps us drop that CG.
Okay.
It's going to be probably the most subtly done in the T100 because it's the smallest head of the T-Series lineup. And then we start to push that envelope even farther in T150, T250, T350. We have more room to play the bigger the head,
Okay.
essentially. That's 180 in the air, 108 peak height, spin rate 7,000.
7,000. Okay.
Maybe giving me some feedback on overall feel. I know that was just 2 strikes, but I'm curious if you've already noticed something. Very, very similar?
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say that I've noticed
Okay, that's
anything.
good. That's a good thing. Like I said, we didn't want to reinvent the wheel, especially when you've had success with last gen. So like that one, for example, did effectively what I anticipated was going to happen. Your spin dropped to 6,800. Your launch actually kind of rose a little bit from where it was. That's the center of gravity perhaps working for you.
Yeah.
It carried a little farther, 185, we'll round up and say, but you're still sustaining that incredible peak height to give us the really good land angle.
Yeah.
So far, we've been having a lot of success giving people this mental exercise of if you look at your golf bag, you have, let's be conservative and say at least 10 scoring clubs, a golf club that you would hit into a green. Assume you had 10 island greens spaced out by 10 yards. At what green do you feel like you're sacrificing your ability to hold that green?
Yeah.
And that can come from a conversation of dispersion, being too wide to even hit the target, or from a height conversation on being able to hold it.
Yeah.
And that's typically what guides us into figuring out where does someone's set need to blend.
Since working with you guys,
Yep.
I'm always there anticipating that the 4 iron should be a little lower, or the 5 iron should be a little lower than my 8 and 7 iron. But now we're looking to keep those windows, and now I've shifted that perspective.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
That's great.
From how I choose my set, obviously with the help of you, but also how I just play the game.
Yep.
Now I've got the right equipment to access those greens, like you said.
And it's something that's very attainable. Contrary to common beliefs, it's something that's very achievable, just making sure you're in the right equipment to help you there.
Golfers come to us, I'm really struggling with my long irons. Can you show me what I need to do? And it's such a game-changing thing when you go, well, actually, you've got a 4 iron. You've just got 0 chance of hitting this club. And it's them thinking that they need to do something different and work on their technique. Whereas actually you put a different club design in their hands, all of a sudden they're like, wow, this is similar to hitting a 7-iron,
Yep.
hitting a 4-iron.
We're not oblivious to the fact that someone's technique can influence ball flight probably the most. But if someone is fighting and swimming upstream, if you will, in the wrong tool, we find that that's the easy button. You know, there's always a mixture of someone's technique and the equipment that they're using.
Yeah.
So this is the new T150.
Yep.
The loft hasn't changed. It's still 32 degrees. I've weakened it 2 degrees. I kind of want to just jump to the case on something that I think you're going to need if this is an iron that offers you a different feel. It also has a lower CG than T100.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting just to see what happens there. Yeah, you see that window?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously higher.
Yep. You are a player that responds well to a low center of gravity.
Okay.
And the presence of loft.
Okay.
So I've done both.
Yep.
We've weakened a low center of gravity golf club.
From your experience, is that a little too high?
That's 110 feet.
Okay.
So
Wow,
no.
seemed really high.
Yeah. Again, maybe unnormalized into the wind, that probably looks higher than what was measured.
Yep.
Now you're starting to look at a slightly longer blade length,
Okay.
a little wider on the sole. So turf interaction is going to start to change, right? Now, it's not for the better, it's not for the worse, it's dependent on the player and what they need. So going this route and changing turf interaction relative to sole width, it may be too drastic of a change for us to do so early.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it might not benefit us in the longer irons. So it's just something to test as we go through this process. Okay, so let's go back into the T100, and I'm going to add a degree of loft to give you the loft that you're used to playing.
Okay. So
30
same as mine, 1 weaker than standard.
Exactly. That's 7,400 spin. Spin's in a great spot.
Okay.
Launch at 15, so that's up a touch.
Yeah.
106 peak height, so we're still right at our happy place at 177 carry.
And there's the clean one, but
Yep.
it's going to have plenty of spin on it, I'm sure.
Little thin, but good ball speed.
Yeah.
Ball speed didn't drop that much. 170, I'll round up and say 177 carry, so we sustain the carry distance. That was 92 feet.
Okay.
So you're going to typically see your launch drop on a lower strike like that. So it went from 15 to 12 and a half.
When I look at that visually, I look at that and I go, that's pretty low. And then when you say it's 92 feet, I'm like, actually, that's not that low. It's just obviously the perception to what I'm used to.
Yep, exactly. Okay, now in terms of feel and aesthetic, you feel like this one's checking all the boxes?
Yes.
Perfect.
I could put that in the bag tomorrow.
Amazing. Let's go through and figure out the long game portion of this in kind of where you've been.
Yep.
What I'd like to start out with is 5-iron first. Let's see if it checks all of the metrics that we're looking for from iron to iron. 5 miles an hour per iron. From a 7 to a 5, that's 10. So 140, right around that 140 world should be your 5-iron.
So I was 130 with the
130, give or take, was your average
Okay.
with it, with the 7-iron. In between 100 to 110 is your window. We got our speed window,
Okay.
141 actually on that one. You did get the strike a little higher on the face, if I'm being picky, and I think that's why it was only 97 feet.
Little, yeah, just a little.
Right,
on the
so
low side.
we missed our mark by 3 feet. That's
Okay.
that's how picky we can start to become.
Yeah.
I like the carry. That was about 25 or so away from the 7.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
The gapping's good there.
So what was that, like 202?
That was, 203, so
203.
close enough.
Again, a slight miss there, but
141 ball speed though. Like when we start thinking about miss hits, we're always at least trying to get a player to be green high or pin high,
yeah.
which equates for if you're not catching it absolutely flush, you want to make sure it carried the distance, because then in your mind, if you had something to cover that was pretty penalizing, like water or a hazard, a bunker or something like that, you just want to make sure you can. That one carried 206.
206.
Yep, on that specific strike, it looked like you took away a little bit of spin.
Okay.
All good. Okay,
Yeah, a little heavy.
I wanted you to at least experience this 5-iron in the T150.
Okay.
Going into the longer irons on both T100 and T150, we have a new progressive groove design. So you're going to see a different type of groove in the longer irons as you are in the shorter irons. And a big benefit to that is going to be if you're in the rough, where typically you would kind of maybe get an uncontrollable fly or lie. We've been able to redesign the grooves. We're able to trap a lot more debris. We're able to kind of reshape it even just with how it connects to the metal on the face, to where we're increasing the spin closer to what you would experience if you hit it out of the fairway,
Nice.
out of the short stuff.
More control at the rough is always a good thing.
More control, especially out of the rough.
Yeah. So this is 5 T150.
Yep.
Looks great still.
Good. Gives you the warm and fuzzies in there.
Yep.
Yeah. How high that ball just went, you're seeing the benefit of that lower center of gravity, especially in a longer iron. That's 113 peak height.
113 peak height.
So it went a little too far because it came off a little too hot.
Okay.
That club hasn't been bent weak yet.
Okay.
So that's just standard loft. So it going too far makes perfect sense. You want to hit another one?
Yeah, I'll hit another one, yeah.
Go ahead.
It looks good.
What's going through your mind in terms of, you know, potentially adding either T100 or T150 in the long irons?
Is there any difference in weight on this?
Not necessarily swing weight,
Okay.
but how widely the weight's dispersed heel and toe.
Yeah.
I think that's probably more of what you're feeling. So there is going to be a difference and a different sensation that you're feeling at the bottom.
Let me hit one more with this one.
Okay. Let me see that from you real quick. We're going to revisit this.
Yeah.
Can you add 2 to that?
Absolutely.
Here's the 4-iron T150.
Okay.
Typically, that's where someone is going to struggle, is in the longer irons. They struggle to get good ball speed, meaning good contact, but they also struggle to get good launch, good spin, to get the height that they need to stop the ball. And that's where the technology in here, you know, we have our max impact technology, we have a muscle channel that's back there.
Yeah.
All those things that are hidden inside, they're designed to help you after there's a collision. They're designed to help someone increase launch and increase spin relative to that strike.
Yeah. No one's hit this yet, have they, by the looks of things?
You're the first.
It's got that
Fresh.
Fresh grooves. So is this the different grooves in here?
Yes.
You can almost see the pattern inside it.
Yep. There's a different type of groove going from bottom to top.
Okay.
And it starts to become a lot more pronounced, especially in the longer irons.
Yeah.
So for this 4-iron, I think I like a 215, 220 cover.
Yep. Ooh, that felt so good. I mean, I feel like that's gone miles.
Yep. Again, same thing. It hasn't been weakened.
Okay.
So I'm not concerned with seeing that come off a little hotter because that's fully expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 230 cover.
230, 230 cover.
So from my perspective, these two things are going to be easy to change because
Yep.
we need to slow it down. So I'm going to weaken it.
Yep.
And then we need to lessen the carry just to make sure the gapping doesn't get out of hand.
Yep.
And we need to increase the height. And that's something that we typically get a lot of success with just by adding loft.
So just by adding the loft, we're going to decrease the speed,
Yep,
increase the spin, and increase the descent angle.
exactly. We can actually test that on the 5-iron now.
Okay.
Because that's 2 degrees weaker.
2 degrees weaker. That shot there was very surprising feel.
In a good way?
Yeah, in a really good way. I
Okay.
hit it, and it was just like, wow, that felt it just felt really good.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that's nice.
206. So I love seeing the 206 number both with T150 weakened
Yep.
and T100 1 degree weakened.
Okay.
So a like for a like, lofts are very, very comparable. The distances aren't running away from us in the slightly larger profile, but you're still maintaining a great spin rate in a 5-iron. And that's going to help make sure that this thing doesn't come off too
Doesn't
hot.
go too, yeah, doesn't
Exactly.
carry too far. And then the land angle there at 50 degrees.
That's amazing. You're matching it
Yeah.
to your 7-iron.
Exactly, love that. Seeing that ball go that high with a 5-iron. I mean, again, it's the same thing. It's like, it looks like it's a. This is the old thinking. It looks like it's a 7-iron flight.
Yes.
Because for a lot of golfers, it would be 7-iron here, and then it would progressively get lower.
Yep.
Whereas I'm hitting this now, looking for the same flight.
That's typically a hard thing for consumers to wrap their brain around, on understanding that their 5-iron should be going as high as their 9-iron.
Yes.
Right? But in reality, a 9-iron's not as fast, so it peaks closer to you, so
Yeah.
you look up faster. So it seems like it's much higher.
Yeah.
A 5-iron has a lot more speed, so it's peaking farther down range.
Yeah.
Even though it may not seem like it's reaching that peak height, it is.
Yeah.
150, 2 degrees weakened.
Okay.
right? So there's that larger chassis size,
Yep.
lower center of gravity, and again, it's a little bit of a faster design than T100. So in terms of mishits, it could benefit you to at least make sure it's going to carry that number.
Yeah. Feels really good.
I feel like you're pretty interested in something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Anything in the longer stuff that can just make my life a little easier, but still create that visual. I'm happy.
Now, if that's the case too, we're going to probably want to make that change also in the 4-iron.
Yep.
Yep.
I like it.
Let's go back into this because I want you to go in between these two. I know you're coming from a place already playing last generation U505 in the 3-iron.
Yes.
With the same steel shaft setup. Let's test it and still, you know, at least confirm, are you going to stay in the head size of a 505 or do we go T250U?
Okay.
So let's start with the T250U.
Yep.
We left off on consistent number with a 4-iron is going to be about 220 carry.
Yep. 235 is the number with my current
Little effort,
U505,
235.
yep.
Yep, I got you. It was 226 in the air.
Okay.
It rolled out to 250.
Yeah.
It's a different sensation, right?
It is a different sensation, and I feel like, just looking at it, I feel like I've got to
help it.
It's going to be hard for me to hit it any higher than that without me having to, let's say, shape it to try and hit it up.
Yeah, there's not a problem with that.
And that was a nice shot. That was a nice shot.
We got you covered. We have a model that helps that. That's not missed. Yeah, that's not a bad strike by any means.
No.
Okay, let's now go into the new design of the U505. Because of the solid steel construction, where we no longer have the plate on the back, it gives the aesthetic that the size of it has slimmed down a touch, but you still have just as much, if not a little bit more weight, you know, that tungsten weight helping you with the center of gravity. You can look at these side by side, so you can actually... There's the flight that we all know and love.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It feels like it's an evolved version of what I'm playing, whereas what I'm currently got, T100 U505, it's a radical difference in shape.
Right.
This now just feels like a 3-iron. Yes, it's got a little bit more forgiveness and performance in the head, but it doesn't look like...
A little bit more seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That was nice. What was the height on that one?
94, which I'm not mad at.
Yeah.
It's 233.5 carry.
I mean, that's right in the window we wanted.
Yep. Maybe a touch behind. The ball speed dipped a little bit.
Yep.
230.
230, yeah.
Yep.
Just a little low on spin rate,
Just
maybe.
a little low on spin, exactly. So we lost out on a little bit more height, but that's not a bad miss to have.
No. The crazy thing is now I'm like, just give me loft, give me loft, give me loft. Give me something with a load of loft, especially in these clubs.
Yep. You can turn it down whenever you need to, yeah.
I don't want to be having one of these thinking, I've got to work it to get up.
Right.
I want to be able to look down, trust it, look up and go, wow, that's in the window that I want to hit.
There it is.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that one.
That's great.
I can't hit it any better than that.
Did you shift into another gear on that one?
I nudged it a little further forward.
Yeah.
And
ball speed went up pretty good. That's 107. Relative to the strike, your spin came up. Launch was still right around 10. 241 carry, that's attributed towards the ball speed jump.
Yeah.
But I don't think 241 is out of the question for the objective of this club to have built-in versatility.
Yeah.
I think it's a stock 235, a manipulated 230, and also a manipulated 240. I think you can buy yourself 10 yards to play around with.
Yeah.
With that club.
Would you say adjust the loft or keep it the same?
I think I'm more intrigued on giving you at least 1 degree more.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer.
Yes.
I'd prefer more.
Because I believe you're a good enough player to, if you need to step on it a little bit more, to get a little bit more ball speed out of it, you always can.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can also drop the flight on maybe a tee shot type of a scenario.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let me take this from you. I'm gonna go bend this and add a degree of loft so you can at least experience that, and that'll be the last thing that we do.
Thank you.
I gotta be honest, this was probably the most apprehensive I was on which clubs that we were testing, because I know how much you loved the current 505 that you play.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's working out well. I knew you were gonna like it. I didn't know you were gonna like it this much. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
101.
233 carry. I mean,
Yeah.
it's right in the window there, isn't it?
You have that other gear
Yeah.
to squeeze out 7 more yards if you needed it. That's where I think this makes it so much more okay to add that degree of loft.
Yeah, I think with it maybe just being on the little stronger side, I felt like I needed to probably jump on it to
And
get
maybe
the
you won't
performance.
have to play it as far up.
Yeah, and that was a little smoother than the other ones. I'm like, let me just trust that this loft's going to do it
Yep.
without me trying to force it.
And it did.
101 height.
Pretty easily.
Nice.
That's awesome. That was the last thing I wanted you to test. I think if we just go straight down into test this with a grain of salt, right? It's not going to be exact, but for you to at least experience what that profile is going to be, even in a pitching wedge.
Yeah.
If that's something you won't mind, then you won't mind it in an 8 or a 9 iron.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's so exciting. It's so, you guys have changed the game for us in how we look at things now. Even for our coaching, when somebody comes in, obviously we so focus a lot on the technique and stuff, but now we're hyper aware of what they've got in the bag.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, Andy. Man, that gets me, I'm excited to go play golf right now.
We are going pitching wedge to 6 iron
Correct.
in the T100,
1 degree weak.
1 degree weaker.
Yep. T150, 5 and 4 iron.
Yeah.
2 degrees weak.
Yep.
All of these have been standard lie angle. There's no need to change where we've been. The strike location is very centered. Directionally speaking, you still have the same amount of control.
Yep.
Everything I still feel pretty confident where we've been with shaft. That's one hill I definitely don't want to fight you on.
Love this KBS.
Timing is good.
120.
You certainly love the feel of it. And the length, because your ball speeds are still very consistent.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with still going a half inch over. And then the new U505, 1 degree weakened.
Yeah.
In the 3 iron.
In the same shaft.
In the same shaft.
Joey, thank you
Again,
so much.
my
As
pleasure.
usual, that was just, I was excited for this, but even more excited now to get the new stuff in the bag. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know if you've got any comments and questions about anything that we've done today, and we'll see you again soon.